I was very fortunate that the rain stopped around 2 o'clock in Corvallis. Because if I had to sit through that in pouring rain, that would not have been okay. That would not have been okay.
Oh, yeah, no, because when did you leave?
I stayed till the end.
You didn't leave at halftime?
Nope.
Look at you.
Well, it was 7-3 at halftime.
You're like, well.
I was a little white-knuckled there.
What do I do here? It's tough.
And then sitting there and watching a shanked kick to tie it 10-10. Oh, boy. Yeah. I will say something, though. I want to give a massive shout-out to the city of Corvallis, Reser Stadium, and Oregon State fans. Delightful.
Great time.
Had a wonderful time.
Great time.
Had a wonderful time. Your stadium upgrades are phenomenal, world-class for sure. We were laughing and making jokes that they have an escalator in their stadium. We were like, who has an escalator in their stadium? This is bougie.
Is that like the first time? Like, is this like caveman discovering fire? Like,
totally,
you can have an escalator in stadium?
I know we saw stairs at the end. We were like, well, guys, we might as well walk to the stairs. And I went, hey, Mike, dude, they have an escalator. He was like, oh, let's take that. Because we were up in the bleeds.
You got to ferry the drunks.
We were up in the bleeds. We had a good time, good crew contingency around us, our friends and strangers. I turned around and I kept saying, when you're here, your family. And this guy kept calling me Olive Garden, which was hilarious. We'd turn the ball over or punt, and somebody would yell, another round of breadsticks, please. we were having a pretty good time out there. We were having a pretty great time. Met a lot of listeners out there. Thanks, guys. You were fantastic. I appreciate you and all that. Thanks for listening. It was a good time. Nice. I had a really, really good time. It is the worst football game I've ever been to. Without a doubt. It's like not even close. And like, look.
It's 7-3, it's competitive, but it's just the worst football you've
Dude,
ever seen.
I've been to losses. Like, it's not about losing. It's just like that
the
was
quality of football played.
Good God.
Well, I will say,
if you're a Jimmy Rogers hater, which I am not, I'm very frustrated at him right now.
You've got some highlight reels?
You have 3 hours of just raw footage of just
into your veins.
No lube, not buying you dinner, just rawed.
I will say, there was some ugly football played across the country this weekend. Good games, but ugly football. USC got into an ugly game. Georgia, Florida got into a good but ugly game. God, DJ Lagway, throw that ball 3 feet further, dog. 3 feet further, and it's a touchdown. We talk about this a little bit later. Haynes King has a case for libel, slander, and monetary damages against his team.
As my 9-year-old would say, I'm going to sue you.
500 yards of total offense.
It's funny how it's a national epidemic in college football sometimes. If that 9 a.m. game starts and it's not a good game, everybody's
it's a car crash. Yeah. Everybody just comes. Not because people died. I don't want it to be like that. Do you remember the ice storm in Texas?
Yeah.
When it turned into like this 87 car pileup.
When their United States senator fled to a tropical island.
It was so bad because there was like this little hill and the wreck was kind of at the top. So if you came over it was too late. And the roads down there are not meant to handle it. It's like us when we get ice here. We go, we don't know what to do. We don't know how to treat it. We don't know what to do with it. Nobody slows down. It's very dumb. But it turned into just the most heinous car wreck scene, like out of a cartoon. Mm-hmm. And that's what can happen in college football.
It's so easily, too. Yeah, across the board. Like all the ranked teams that lost, they lost.
Yeah.
Lost.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There were some good games. Oklahoma, Tennessee was a good game.
Sure, yeah.
What was the other game? That was SMU Miami was a good game.
Yeah, till Carson Beck.
But the Vandy Texas game, even though it's a 3-point game, it's
not a good game. No.
The game was over. Texas said, "Park it, we're good. See you later, bye."
I got into my buddy's house who lives in Corvallis, and I walked in the door, and I was like, "Oh, sweet, you have ESPN." I was like, "This is awesome."
Yeah.
And I looked and I saw the score and I went, "Oh no, what's going on?" And then I stood in the rain, and then I watched that thing. Look, I say it to I said it. I've said it to you twice, so bear with me, Danny.
No, you're fine.
I was once at the Crapple Cup. All right, the two girls won Apple Cup where Wazoo beat UW 16-13 in a couple overtimes. That's one of the worst games I've ever been to. Saturday is the worst game I've ever been to. Look, Oregon State decided we are not going to throw the ball, and why Washington State doesn't just pack the box is beyond my imagination. One of the most atrocious calls offensively on third down, which forces us to kick a field goal at like a 45-degree angle. And of course he shanked it. Are you kidding me? Every Coug in that building knew that guy was going to miss that field goal. And not because we're Couging it, and not because of that, but because we just knew he was going to miss it.
Yeah.
It's like
you can feel it.
We were driving down the field, and I'm looking at everybody. I'm like, all right, guys, calm down. Final score, 14-10. We'll get out of here. It
escape
won't
with
be
a win.
ugly. We'll high-five our Beaver friends. We'll all go to the bar and drink and watch the World Series afterwards. Nope. Then we started lined up for a field goal, and I was like, 10-10? No, we're not going to make this.
Oh, no. This is going to be tough.
Tough life.
I watched the least amount of football I have watched in a decade this weekend.
And why is that?
Because
Just
ESPN sucks.
Saint of circumstance.
ESPN sucks. And I was not going to go out there and ride the high seas. I'm not doing that. I am too old to do that.
I had that conversation with Luke Anderson this morning. Look, I'm 40 years old, okay? I've got a great job. I make solid money.
Yeah.
I live in a beautiful home with a beautiful family in a great neighborhood. Why do I need to, ahoy, matey, to watch college football?
And I made the switch. I was with Comcast/Xfinity for like 15 years. And I finally said, you know what? I'm going to do the whole YouTube TV thing. This thing works. And it was it 2 years ago when I got it? It was $44.99. It is now $82.99 and doesn't include 2 channels that I consume a metric crap ton of content on.
I know. People keep saying that it's going to get figured out for tonight for Monday Night Football. Dude, I don't see how that happens.
Now, during basketball season, 82 nights a year, I'm not watching football.
Sure.
Like whatever else is on,
Sure.
I'm either at a Blazers game or in the studio watching.
You can catch up on it later. That's the beauty of it.
And that's the thing is, like, I will go back and I'll watch. I'll hop on Sunday Ticket and watch the condensed games and go, okay, but which I did a little bit last night when I got home. I was like, all right, let me throw some of these on, and I watched I knew what happened in the Raiders game, but I watched what happened because I'm a masochist. But I'm just sitting here going, dude, this like Saturday. I pull up the quad box, totally forgetting that I don't have access to ESPN ABC.
Yeah.
And the games that I have, I'm just like
FS1's night game is something garbage, and you're like, brutal.
I'm just sitting here looking at like, so what I did was
thank God the World Series was on Fox.
right, which holy crap.
Yeah, baby.
I ran into Dodgers fans all weekend, like out at restaurants, out at Costco. And I'd see them wearing their Dodgers gear, and every single one that I saw, I was like, hell of a win last night, man.
Yeah.
Hell of a win. Like, and every single one of them were like, best game of my life.
Yeah,
best game of my life.
Want to give a shout out to Corvallis Establishment, the Downward Dog. I met the owner, Cloud. Bought me a couple Guinness pints while we watched the World Series game. Cool little place. You know the spot, Casey? By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Casey on the 1s and 2s today.
How we doing, folks?
Wonderful. You know the Downward Dog?
Yeah, it's a great spot.
It's a great spot. I really enjoyed it there.
I haven't been in a Downward Dog in quite some time.
Spent many a Friday night there.
Well, I was wondering, why is it called the Downward Dog? I thought it would be like yoga themed, and no, it's just a crappy dive bar.
Well, the Downward Dog is
a great crappy dive bar.
And it's dog friendly, so bring your pups.
I will say.
Oh, there you go. Okay, all right.
But also, the Downward Dog is the position you can get into after spending too much time in a crappy dive bar.
Downward Dog was the position I felt like I was in walking out of Research Stadium. I'll tell you that, man. Oof.
Was it an archback kitty?
Dude,
Meow.
dude, just raw and bleeding. And
it's tough.
Nobody bought me dinner. A little rough day, dude.
Yeah.
Went home with a pint of ice cream.
Yeah.
That beaver tail just give you a good slap.
That was the worst thing, though. We did not coordinate. We stopped. Me and my buddy stopped at a Chevron and bought some Totino's pizzas and White Castle frozen burgers, which I did not eat because I think those are disgusting. And we went back to the house and made all of this, and then my buddy had ordered like 40 wings as well, so we did not communicate. And we ate a ton of really bad food. Hour later, I threw up. Because I ate a ton of greasy, gross food, went to bed instantly, and the reflux kicked in and was exiting.
That'll do it to you.
Well, I mean, that's a sign that you're old.
So not only was I at the worst college football game I've ever attended, but I also threw up. I haven't thrown up on a drinking night in decades.
You're washed.
Dude. Completely washed. That's it. I'm officially washed.
Yeah.
It might be time to hang the cleats.
Oh man, dude.
Put the jersey up in the rafters, baby. Look, man, I have said this, and it was kind of a joke, but I'm dead serious. I picked up golf in April, and I was still playing basketball at the time. And I'm sitting there watching the playoff game where Dame tears his Achilles. And I looked over at my wife, and I went, I'm done playing basketball. If it can happen to him, it can sure as hell happen to me, and I can't have that happen to me. I am too broken, too washed, too old.
Yep.
I have not touched a basketball or been that's not true. I'm on a court, at home games, but I have not picked up a basketball since the day before that game because I'm like, nope, I'm washed. I'm playing golf, dog. The shoes are in the box, man. Like I had a couple buddies who were like, hey man, you want to get out and run? And I almost did. And I was like, it's like the siren call, and what happens when you get the siren call in all of Greek mythology? You crash into the shore, or you rupture a groin or Achilles or something terrible. And
You
I'm
went
just like,
from pivots to divots.
yeah, oh dude, 100%.
I'm worried I have to hang up my rafting shoes soon
Why?
because I'm getting old and fat.
Well, I mean, yes, but like you can bounce up and down on a raft.
Some rivers I might be retiring from.
Yeah,
I
you're-
should say
you're-
some of the high class
I would
stuff I
say,
might not be able to
what,
do anymore.
3s and below now.
Yeah,
Yeah, no 4s or 5s.
and good weather only.
Good weather. You can't be the sideways rain. And,
No, I can't be in Idaho at 40 degrees.
yeah, the water is just white the whole time. You're just like, yeah, no, it's tough. It's tough out here when Father Time comes a calling.